Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I am feeling better. I just have to say the last couple days I've been feeling better. Some missteps here and there, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable just sitting in this chair than I was even like yesterday. Because yesterday I filmed my July reset, and if you saw that, you saw that I'm taking a different turn here, and I'm just going to plan in this planner for a while and combine everything together. I didn't think I would be doing this at the beginning of the year. And my Moxie life will be a little sad for a month, but it's my birthday month. I'm trying to as I explained before, I try to do something a little special, a little different, a little something to kind of challenge my brain a little bit. And I didn't feel like I was in a rut. But the more and more videos I watched of this planner, the common planner, the more I was like, oh, I could do this or this or this next year. And I'm like, no, I have it right here. Excuse me, I've been drinking a lot of kombucha. So even though this was undated and I put the stickers in, I am very much looking forward to it being printed in here. I did notice as I was writing, so this is my unique situation. I know a lot of people so I started this in April. So I don't have a half year padding all this up. And I also don't, I've only been stickering this area. So there's a little lump here, but these numbers are I was trying to write these up here, and it was a little hard to do because it's quite the little lump here. So I think that, to me, again, I'm new to this planner in I ordered this at the end of December, got it at the end of March, April-ish there to start out. And I have been, as you can see, not doing much with it because it's been a business planner. And this was this last week, and I finally got my podcast up, and I got, it's 2,500 downloads total of my podcast over the last year. Still small numbers, but I got that email this morning. I was like, ooh, that's cool. Got the July reset up, and now I'm doing this combo one, and I love the pink here. This was a beautiful kind of pink to kind of re-enter with through my recovery. And then I'm like, okay, so we are going to try to just combine it all. And I had to get started last night a little bit because I was copying things over from my Moxie life, since I won't be doing this one. But I just had a couple little notes here of what was happening. And so I wanted to get those on here. I don't want to just transfer those stickers over. I feel like this has a whole different vibe. So, I want to be able to, excuse me. I want to be able to kind of have its own thing over here and try some new things. I am going to start out with, I did give space here to put my habits. I'm not sure what I'm putting down here. As I also talked about, I do not need these hours up here. I am a night owl, so I definitely may need them at some point. I don't see them as totally superfluous. But yeah, and I thought, what a nice way to kind of symbolize this, but with plants and growth. And yeah, so you might see this video stop and start. I am trying to get our family's dinner order in here. It's kind of early on a Friday, but they are down near the restaurant, and I'm trying to see about ordering, but they're not quite open yet. It's one of those, once they open, sometimes you can place the order a little early. Oh, I'm loving this green here. So I'm just kind of watching it. So if I disappear for a moment, I'm just ordering real quick. So we have dinner tonight. Yeah. Okay. Still checking on my order there. Let's see if I can talk. I think I'm salivating a little bit. I'm going to, let's see, put some green dots here on the side. This just has a hint of blue in it, so I think I want to do these that are just a little bit more bluey. Put it there. Yeah, it's interesting to get used to kind of a different, because I'm trying to see like how much am I going to write there. It's all an experiment, right? And I think it's important to experiment, to try to stretch our brains a little bit, and kind of see like what could happen. And I did get started on the page previous and I got really excited. So, and we'll pick a, I like how these are like going, but I'm just not like, it's hard for me to judge the spacing on here still. Okay. I think that'll work. There. Okay. Still a little wonky, but it's fine. What else? What else? Plants. Plants. I like this little baby plant here. And I'm hoping, I don't know, I just really like this one here. Maybe I'll put it kind of overlapping because I don't have a whole lot of things going on. We're going to pick a card and put it there. I like the standing one. Do I? Well, maybe something a little bigger. Maybe this one. This is kind of a peace lily one. It's a little bit more yellow in it. No, I think the yellow is going to throw it off a little bit. Let's see if I can re-stick it. Oh, not too bad. How about this sneaky one here? I think I want to split difference there. And a nice hanging one here on the weekend, which does have a little yellow in there. Saturday and Sunday. And just right now, like I'm just going, wow, this Saturday, Sunday feels a little different because it feels further over because I'm used to having a column over there. Let's see. Do I want any other little tiny, I have no idea what I'm going to be putting here. So I may just keep these back here. But I really like this. I like this. This is looking good. I don't think I need any more dots. And I have those on there. And these are for our dinners. Just wanted to give some space for that. And usually the lawn service on Monday comes right at dinner time. But I wanted to show you, I was trying, not June, July. I transferred all these over. So I shared this with the just on my YouTube channel community tab. I just took a picture of this because I had put it quickly together right after doing my reset. And the reset was this part. So these are my July goals. This is going to be the index in case I use pages differently. And now that I'm kind of also thinking about it, I may not even need this because what I was seeing was like my weekly reflections and actions kind of all fit on Sunday. And I could have, mainly on Sundays, it's like refilling all of our pills, cleaning the bathroom, like kind of doing tasks like that, or putting like what's for dinner here. Like it's not a whole lot. We don't really have like big Sunday plans. But then I was going into, okay, well, here's Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday being a holiday, I wanted to put like, there's going to be fireworks all night that night. But I wanted to kind of look at two different ways to have a layout. And I see using more markers in here. I might use, you know, some stickers as we go along. I could put, this one seems pretty full, especially with the weekly actions and things. I think down here, I'm going to have colors here. Yeah, and these are from the previous week. And so Monday, this is actually when I'm starting my week, and that would be the week here that I coincide with, let's see, where could I put this? It kind of feels like I could put something here because I really like it. It feels kind of like it's sitting on a shelf down here. And these don't re-stick that well, so I'm trying to place them on the first go. And I don't want to like use up this whole sheet though. I could put a tiny little one up here. And then that kind of feels like it's tied into this week. And I've seen a lot of people do this. This is not anything new. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I made this for the weekly reflections and actions for the next week. And then it'll all start on Monday. So that kind of feels like the Moxie life. So that's my plan of, you know, having my reflections and actions in here. And Saturday, I don't have a lot of plans on Saturday, so I might end up using like Saturdays as, there still may be some days in here that I use not as daily tasks, but that's kind of where I'm starting out with. So let's see, what else could we do to make this kind of fun? I could put this Lily one here. I'll just put it in the middle down here. So it's kind of like big enough for both sides. Kind of keep that theme going. Again, I think I'm going to be using some more colors. And then I think I'll do a hanging one. Do I? Sure. Why not? I have one more sticker of these, and oh my goodness, would I have to order new ones? Or I could put a little bit of this on too. Let's see. So that was kind of here. Let me hang it from this side. These hanging ones, it does help to kind of line up on a line. Let's see. Whoop. See if it's swinging in the breeze here. Just to kind of get that last part like that. There we go. So that feels kind of good. Maybe I will just kind of leave them blank this week and just let them breathe, right? So that kind of, to me, kind of fills out the week with some of these. And I can keep this out and see, put that behind me there. So I did go through and do my weekly reflections. It does look like just like a bunch of black text to me, but the other one does as well. I have my to-dos for the weekend. See, I haven't even done these 2 days yet, so this is kind of where I'm working through. And so now I would make my weekly actions. And this is where my colors would come in, and I would use dot markers here. So instead of making sections like I did here, I'm really looking at this as more of a list. And as you can see, my bruise is a lot better. It's getting a lot better here. I want to make a list because I don't want to feel like I have to have something in every one. But boy, does this make it, boy, girl, non-binary, whatever. Wow, does this make it like easy to look at my stuff for the month because it's on the same spread. But like when I go to this one, I'll just have to kind of like look back and forth here, which that's the nature of this planner. So weekly actions. Okay, sorry. I took care of dinner It is ordered. So my weekly actions. I'm looking here, and I think what I want to do is, let's see, I'm trying to get this so that I tilt it and it's not too bad. So my haircut might not happen till August, but it's definitely not happening this next week. I'm still kind of in healing mode, and but for self-care, I definitely want to have so washing hair and skincare. And so that will look like digging into all of these markers. It'll look like, let's see, do I want to line it up there? There, I'll just do in the middle. Why not? Okay. I do want to do a Magic the Gathering, I am a nerd, draft. I do want to do one of those in the next week. So, and then I do want to watch some movies. So that's not really over here, but oh well. Here and here. So this is where, you know, you'll use these as a guideline, but then you'll always kind of go, well, there might be one or a couple other things that I want to do. And then this next week, I want to start work on the website. Yeah, I kind of feel like my reset video skipped a couple things yesterday. So I might go back and show, oh, there is something in the Moxie Life I did want to show. And then we have therapy ×2. No. We have, my therapy is not happening. She's out of town. So my son's therapy. And then mom school starting up. And I think that'll be on Wednesday officially. I think we're going to spend Monday and Tuesday kind of cleaning up some spaces, and because you know, I don't know if you know, a lot of times when you are homeschooling, you need space to do that. And so, as I mentioned, we kind of will be moving around the house. Fortunately, the school let us keep the laptop as he's moving up. That's just how they do it. So we have access to his laptop this summer. Wellness, healing. And the infusion isn't until the later in the month. So, is there any other health things? I think I want to put water down. Let's see, I have this one. This is where I get sometimes a little bit more granular. So water, healing and rest are kind of the same thing here. I have to say, I've been sleeping in, kind of letting my body do what it needs to. Oh, and then I am going to be paying attention to fermented foods right now, because they did give me some antibiotics when I went. And it should kind of be better by now, but my system is different. It just is. I like how this dot just drifted over for a little bit. Oh, well. And then spiritual, I'm working on my focus. I don't work on spiritual. I'm focusing on health right now. And then stepping into work. And I shared here, like, I'm a little overwhelmed kind of getting back into things. It's kind of a lot. Actually, I think I want to use this one. This one's a little closer to that than the other one. I think I want to put this other one away. And then financial. Oh, we are going to be tackling that July insurance payment like right off the bat. And then really, there's a lot of work when I'm in my spreadsheet. Sometimes it takes a few days. I'm starting it today, which is a couple days early, so I might have a lot of it done, but it's going to the next month usually is kind of a lot. And then focusing on this next week is going to be bathrooms, like more than just because I haven't been able to get in there and do all the deeper stuff. I'm still going to be asking for help, but like we've just been doing like surface, clean out the toilet kind of stuff. So I want to get that deeper in there. And then my son's room, and then kind of mom school areas. And I don't think this next week I'll focus on trash. I think, just getting a lot of things kind of prepped and ready like that. So that is kind of how I'm envisioning this next week or this next month of doing my actions like that, which I kind of think is cool. I do kind of like the same dots in my personal journal in those. And I could like move some of this if I didn't want everything to be seen. I could move some of those goals into my journal, which is why I'm more and more okay with just having this as my planner, because my journal has a lot of goal setting in it. Like I could completely remove goal setting from here and only do it in my journal, and that would be pretty interesting as well. But then I couldn't show you, so because I write all things personal in there. So yeah, then if we go back to the week, this is feeling better, and let's check on things. Sorry, we're coordinating dinner here. That was amazing that I pulled this card last week. I pulled it a couple times. Well, one time I did hold on to it. One or two times? I don't even remember now. I am putting this back in here. I am burying it. It is being buried. I think I'll get a different card this time. So this is going to go here. I have no idea. Again, I don't know card tricks. My son was trying some, but I do not know them. And it's good to kind of mix things up a little bit. As in, I don't really want that one anymore. It suited me for the whole month to have that card as like a thought to mull over and just support me through everything. Yes. It just it felt so helpful. And I think I need to let Alexa know that, because I think I want to go visit her. I think it would be fun to go visit her. Not this month, but maybe in the fall. She has her hands full with a lot right now. But yeah, it is quite a drive. So I would have to be able to, sit for a long period of time and be able to drive on my own pretty easily, which, my belly feels a lot better. What I did right there for what didn't work this last week was what happened last night was I've been kind of doing a like triangle type stance to get things out of our low fridge. But I actually did a crouch, and I don't have the muscular strength to hold a crouch right now. Like, I just kind of thought I could hold it a little bit more. Went all the way down, and so it kind of squished my belly. And as I told my husband, my belly is kind of like those like ant farms, like where you see through the glass of all the little like holes going down, and they had to stick things through my belly, and I have a bigger belly. And so, and maybe people who are not fat don't like experience this, that if they have very little fat on their belly, it probably just goes straight through the skin and down really easily. Well, I'm not that built that way. So, I do feel like most of my pains right now are just within like my skin and belly fat here, and they're just still healing up. So, yep. But yeah, it like squished them, so it felt like kind of being punched in that area. So I did take a Tylenol last night because that was a little much to handle. But internally, everything was fine. And that's my biggest fear, is like if I accidentally undo some of the stitching that was done. So I got Virtue. I don't know if I've ever had this one. Reflect on the lessons, rituals, and support that have shaped who you are today, and what lessons you will continue to teach moving forward. I probably had this like once. Okay. Sorry, I had my leg up there. My thing is, how am I going to fit that all right there? Time for tiny writing. Okay. Virtue. So I want to give a little space here. Reflect on the lessons, rituals, and support, and support keep losing my spot over here, that has shaped who you are today. Who you are today. And as you can tell, my working memory is short, so I have to keep looking. It's always been that way. I thought maybe it was an older age thing, and I'm sure it's gotten worse, but I don't hold that much. And what lessons you will continue to teach moving forward. Boop, boop. Whew! Just made it, right? Okay. So that is done. What else? What else? I was thinking like what else I could put. Oh, important things. So, looking back, no, that's the thing, is like the weekly used to, I would only go one back for the, weekly actions, but they're over here now. But these weekly actions will be closer to here. That's the only thing. It's like they used to be all kind of close, but I never had a daily before integrated in. So, these are not like have to, but the website, mom school, and the July payment, and my son's room are kind of like the big highlights of the week. So most important, I would say, is the July payment for insurance, my son's room, mom school, website. See how low I put this? And fermented foods. But we're also looking at some other foods for my son, so that's kind of in conjunction. So I might leave that last one empty, because the other stuff is like cleaning, healing, taking care of myself. If movies and Magic the Gathering don't happen, that's fine. And then I'm tracking water, sleep, cleaning. And that's like, I'm looking at it as, do I put a little bit away each day? That's kind of the qualifiers here. And I don't really want a grid here, but I can use my dot markers in the color. So what I could do is cleaning is gray. Do I want it like next to? I think I want it next to. Ooh, well that didn't quite work. I just had a whole pool. I store all my markers horizontally, so they do have a lot of ink in them and they've lasted a long time. Maybe I just want, I'm trying to do it so I just go up to it. There we go. I also have trouble balancing fun. There, I'll go backwards. While I'm working, so I kind of want to do that. And then the other two things here are health related. I don't really like how this is looking. So next week, we'll try dots here instead. I would highlight over all of it, but as I've talked about, like when the contrast is down like that, it's hard for me to see what the words are. And these are kind of dark colors. I mean, I can kind of try it on this cleaning one. I think I'll have the regrets if I do. So let's just chill. And yeah, I'll decide kind of what I have here. I feel like I love this. I don't like these just lines right here, but once I put in our like food plan, like I have food plan as something to do this week. And again, I'm not incorporating in my personal stuff on this spread at all. So I could like go, oh, put the food plan here. No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm leaving it to the spread and probably like looking forward here. Yeah, I can get it to this spread here. And then once we hit August, there's only one day there. So it'll feel kind of complete. And who knows, I might just keep on going. That's a possibility as well. So I'll have my podcast here and this. So this is what I'm like looking at as releasing in the morning, whether you put your garbage out. Usually we do it the night before. And so, because they come first thing, they come right at 7 a.m. Is that these are the things that are happening kind of overnight. And so these plan with me's, all my podcast comes out at midnight, but my plan with me's are usually 7 a.m. Pacific. And so these are kind of the core part of my days. I'll probably put like some mom school hours, which will start kind of Wednesday on. That'll be interesting to track. Maybe I'll do some, I'm just thinking, like, I think I have some June pages to think about mom school. It's like, just because I've been collecting some articles that we can read. We can kind of dive in and do some things that way. So I think that's all I'm going to put right here. It's typically all I put, except for a couple little more icons. The space that I don't have is like that to-do list that I have underneath my hours. And I think that's what's going to happen here. That's a really good point. So it's kind of like I have this to-do list, and then these are the other kind of to-do list, which is kind of like a brain dump. So like this is where I would put, see, I need this kind of associated with the day because our Ridwell is coming up on Tuesday and I'd like to do the upgrade. Right now it's June. I'm trying to do the upgrade in July and closer to the date that we'd actually need it, just so that, because we just had it picked up. So why pay for 2 weeks when we're not really using it? So just trying to maximize it. But I know like if I do it sometime within these 3 days, it'll be good. And yard waste is kind of stuck on this day. But this is kind of like running list. So this will be all the cleaning things, I think. So I think I'll leave this blank. This feels like I need to put something important here. I could extend this all the way down, but that's a lot of important things. Like, it feels better to have this all open. So, and on my dailies, I'm sure a lot of you have this all figured out. I have like tasks and to-dos. So, and I've seen a lot of people do this, and I'm like, but those are like the same thing, right? I did to-dos as something I am moving my body to do, or tasks. What did I do? To-dos? I think I mixed it up. So tasks are like all these things. So food plan would actually be over here. Because bathroom is like a task, and then the to-do is like admin. And I think that's actually what I should do here. Clarity is coming, right? I forgot the I in there, but that's okay. So tasks and admin, I think, are going to, and a lot of times we just combine them, and that's our to-do list, right? I think when you combine when you combine tasks and admin, you get to do. That's just my opinion. But so I kind of feel like there's these natural columns here that it would be nice to segment out, and I don't need them associated per section. So I'm going to start here with admin. I forgot it's how my brain works, is that I skip over letters. And then tasks. And then cleaning. Do I want to, because tasks and cleaning can be very similar. Well, let's just start writing some. So admin this week is Ridwell. And I don't think I want to color these. I can put little dots next to them later. So I am going to put a line. No, the other ones don't have a line. So we're just going to put spreadsheet. What else do I normally have over here? I keep referencing back to my other ones. So like laundry. I think I want to put it as cleaning though. So we are starting after the 12 here. And vacuuming. But see, like to me, a task is refills. So like when we refill our pills. So my pills, my son's pills, soaps, like refilling soaps. I do it next to cleaning, like when I clean my bathroom, but it's not. I'm really liking this though. There's something about divvying these up and not having them set to a date. Let's see, what else am I doing? Food planning every week. So I'll do it for this weekend, but then we'll have it for the next week. Which so I used to do it on Wednesdays, and we would pick it up Thursday or Friday. Usually Thursdays were my favorite day. Now we're kind of picking up Monday or Tuesday. We kind of get through the weekend, and because we have a bunch of stuff delivered on Fridays, so we kind of get through the weekend, and then there's like this point in the beginning of the week that's kind of just naturally falling into place. Sorry, I'm looking behind me. Sleep. Let's see. Sleep. Yeah, the last couple weeks are not the best example. I think it's going to just fill up, honestly. I think it's just going to fill up over time. This will be like actually seeing if I get to some of these things each day, and I will have little colored dots. That'll be cool. And this is like the core. Oh, it's obvious. Can you see it right now? Can you see it? Can you see it? It should be work here. I find that funny. I push my work off. I really do. So, client check-ins. That's a check-ins. Website. And then balancing. Although I just reconciled the whole month, so like by the time this week starts, it'll be pretty fresh. But there's always kind of bills coming through. And then balancing here, which I kind of do daily. But yeah, that's what I was missing. Pushing that off. Let's see. So on my dailies, I'm considering going back and using the, I think 2 rolls of this, which is it is the numbered WASHI. Although these I just wrote in. So we're going to see this next week, like which layout. I kind of like having some area here. Tasks and to-dos. I think we're going to go back to admin on these. I just kind of use the halfway mark here. And I'm still have this habit because of the pencil of just going like this. Not a horrible habit to have. Let's see. This I drew lines under. These I did not. Just trying both ways. So we'll see how these weekdays go. And I could see like kind of falling into place like the way I'm preferring it, because I like this kind of upside down T kind of thing, because of having these like right next to each other. And then just having room, whatever leftover room. Now I could have like the day up here and push the T down. I could try that. Not this one. I wouldn't rewrite this. But I also put like the new moon information in here because that was in my other planner. I guess that would make more sense of having like Sunday and the date here and then having everything down here. That would be something to try for. I might make a little note for myself. So it'll be on Sunday. And I'm just going to put like a little line right here and a question mark. So I think that'll kind of signify like, so that corresponds more with the date and then having the stuff down here. To me, that makes a little bit more logical sense, although I like visually how this looks on top, and sometimes it's a little easier to write because it's on top. But then when you see Sunday and 9 there, I feel like they should move down here. Which I could rewrite Sunday and then 9 here. And I could try that here, although maybe. So you will see how this evolves. And yeah, I think I shared this already. And this is where I really liked, having, and again, this is my kind of July, which is very similar to, they are here. And I also stole the Laurel Denise. This is her second round. Where's my first one? I should go see what the first one is. I like this one in here a whole lot more than the Hobonichi one because I can see through it when I am writing. But the one thing I did not share in my reset was I did totally do this for the quarterly compass. And yeah, this is where we're at right now. So I did these and I kind of, for the first time, wrote why they changed. So like healing, my personal self-care went down because I just wasn't capable. So otherwise it was a 10 last time because I was taking care of myself. And this is like quarter 2, right? This is the end of the quarter. I never really synced in with this. I did this again. I think these numbers are so arbitrary. It depends on how happy you are. It doesn't mean you're successful. It just means, are you satisfied? So like a satisfaction is a 10, right? Meaning, do you want to fix anything? Do you want to change anything? I don't know. I think there's, oh, I bent that. It's just because I see a lot of people doing a lot lower numbers, and I do feel like there's a lot that I could change and fix in here, but I also, right in this moment, am very happy with a lot of things because I don't see the changes as necessary. Does that make sense? I can be totally 10 here on spirituality because I don't feel like anything should change. I'm doing just fine there. And I guess that's a bad example because I always feel that way. I'm just trying to think. So what really popped up was like, I had a hysterectomy for my health. I have had this radical change for the better, but because I'm then also taking it into account I have these other chronic conditions I now need to focus on. So I need room to grow. So over the next 3 to 6 months, I'm going to be tackling those as well. And they're never going to be cured, but I'm taking steps to help just improve how I feel about them. So I needed some room for that, and that I'm just healing, and then my whole body is going through this rough time of healing, even though the whole thing is better in the long run. So how do you put a number to that? And that was the best I could do. Yeah, my health went up. I think it was at a 7 because I had been so worried since the ER visit. Like, there was so much I was really anxious about because I didn't know what was happening. 3 words of how I spent the last 90 days. Most of these are just the last month. It's a roller coaster. I was courageous to get through a bunch of stuff, and I'm really grateful to get past that, because the other part is like, I feel like health should be like half of this pie also. Yeah, I probably will do the other 2 in here, but if I'm not using Moxie Life, I'm a completist. I want to like complete this planner, and I think I will be going through July and jotting down, just like I did the goals here, like I will be jotting down some of the information in here in case I go back and I want a complete planner. That's just who I am. And I am really lucky I have some downtime to actually do that. It's summer. I'm healing. I'm kind of giving a lot of room to things. So that's just kind of what's happening. So I'll finish up this week. This is the one that you're watching. This is the combo one now of both work and life. And this is actually going back here because it's harder for me to find where is my Laurel Denise big one from last year? There was another clear girl, whatever. Did I take it out and put it in my drawer? Not that I can see right off the bat. So that'll be a little journey for me to go and look for, but I think I'll end it here. As I should have said at the beginning, we were planning from July 3rd through the 9th. I hope your holiday weekend, which I did not write here. Let's see, I'm just going to put holiday here. like that, because it's not happening overnight, and I didn't want to put it right on the top. But that's the other part, is that the holidays are not written in here, and I really appreciate the Moxie Life having holidays in, and I don't think Catherine puts any in. I'd have to look, but she wants it as plain as possible, and having it as plain as possible actually is more inviting for anyone anywhere to put in their own holidays and have room for that, instead of having this heavy-handed, here's only Christian holidays, here's the only way you should celebrate, or like having just only US holidays, when Canada and UK have definitely different bank holidays that they're working with. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful 4th. Please stay safe. Get as much rest as possible. Know that this night, in most places, are just going to have a lot of fireworks overnight. I hope your area is quieter, and just plan on that Wednesday morning being a little rough. So take care, everyone. I will talk to you next time. Bye.